How could you find something wrong with a movie that is about an individual's heroism to save a child from child sex trafficking? Well, the media is now in full-out attack mode. As we predicted, they're trying to say this is a QAnon film. TheGuardian.com, Sound of Freedom, the QAnon-adjacent thriller seducing America.
Y'all really against this movie? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by the Oscar Tatum Store. Y'all already know what to do. Link is in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel. Like this video, comment this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to talk about Sound of Freedom. You know, I haven't seen the movie yet. Me and the wife were going to go see it. I was invited to the VIP premiere, but I wasn't able to go because I had the radio show and I wasn't feeling good or whatever the case may be. I know some of the people that are involved. I know some of the people that were in the operations to help save these young people. So I know what the movie is going to be about. I know how extensive the sex trafficking rings that have been based on the knowledge of people that I know and things that I've watched. So I know the extent, but this is where I want you to focus. I want you to focus on the fact that the mainstream media, MSDNC, all of these other news outlets are trying their best effort to thwart, to downplay, to ridicule a film that is exposing and also bringing awareness and the fact that these men saved young people in human trafficking sex trafficking is mind-blowing to me.
How could you find something wrong with a movie that is about an individual's heroism to save a child from child sex trafficking? Well, the media is now in full-out attack mode. As we predicted, they're trying to say this is a QAnon film. TheGuardian.com, Sound of Freedom, the QAnon-adjacent thriller seducing America. Jim Caviezel stars as a hero trying to stop child traffickers in a paranoid new movie, turning into a surprise box office hit. Let me just press pause here. It's rather rich for the media to say that this is a paranoid film. First of all, it's a true story. Now, maybe the media is attacking this because Joe Biden is complicit in one of the largest human trafficking operations in history on the southern border. Maybe the media is silent because there are a lot of powerful people that are involved in this in Hollywood and in Washington, D.C. or in Wall Street. Why is the media so sensitive when you simply ask the question, to what extent is the American ruling class involved in the trafficking or the exploitation of young children? We can't ask that question. We are in a far darker place spiritually than I think anybody realizes.
How do we not operate unanimously in the efforts to save young people from being trafficked? How do we not unanimously celebrate the achievements of brave men and put their lives on the line to call these issues to the forefront and to address them? But you know, the mainstream media cannot give a conservative a win. Because when you watch the movie and you see how the trafficking is coming through the southern border, you see how these young people are being manipulated from the south and how unsecured borders in part are a reason why some of these things happen. Then it becomes a political jargon. Then it becomes a political talking point. Then they lose political leverage if they don't try to negate the efforts. And I'll tell you this, I don't know if it's just the fact that people are politically motivated or they're told by people in higher places that they need to counter protest or counteract or be in opposition to everything Republicans do or everything the other side does. I'm not sure if that's what they're being told or they're being influenced by devils. There is no way in the world that people should not be unanimously in support of ending sex trafficking amongst the entire world. And here's the thing, evilness, and I would argue not just evilness, but the possession of demonic influence causes people to not care. They don't see it. They're blinded. The pedophilia rings and all this other stuff that you see that's pervasive amongst wealthy people, pervasive, in my opinion, amongst the left. You see all of these people in the left, all these people working for CNN, all these people working for these left-wing news media, all these people who are transitioning their kids, they're enthralled with sexual deviancy and also the manipulation of children. This is something that I think is more prevalent and impactful than we're giving credit to. I think it's a demonic lens that's over these veil, that's over people's eyes, and it will not allow them to see this for what it is. It do not allow them to see the humanity of young people in the face of their political agenda. There is no way whatsoever that a person, and I say this 15 times in the same video, that a person should be in opposition. If a Democrat, let me just give you an example. Michael Moore, I can't stand him. He's a left-wing lunatic, in my opinion. He made a documentary called The Real Earth or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but I watched the documentary and it exposed the green energy community. He literally went out and exposed this lie of clean energy, global warming, and all this other stuff. And he's a left-wing lunatic. He literally went to places where they were pushing solar power and they're using coal to power the solar powered plugs that's in front of a business and a corporation. He went to a solar green friendly carnival. And then when the clouds came along, the solar panels didn't get energy, not enough energy to power the event. So they had to go to a generator, a diesel generator. And so he exposed these things. Now, although I do not think he's a good, I mean, I don't like his point of view in a lot of ways. I don't know him personally, but real recognize real. The dude made a documentary with facts that are proving a particular point. And although I may not like the guy, I can at least admit that what he's saying is right. Why can't we have that same energy when it comes to sex trafficking? Just because it's a Republican doing it don't mean you have to disagree with it. Just because it's a Democrat doing it don't mean you have to disagree with it. The bottom line is it factual or not? The bottom line is this a place where we can unify together as a country and combat these things. But to see the mainstream media come out and to see these people doing this stuff, it's mind-boggling to me that people would have the audacity to be counter to something that's affecting children, hundreds of millions of children over time. But you're talking millions of children a year. And it's right here on our home turf. It's not some foreign theology. There's a lot of it going on right here. I heard Texas was a hub, Houston and Dallas and some of these other areas in Texas are a hub. I'm pretty sure Arizona is a hub. I'm pretty sure Florida got a lot going on. And it's not because they're Republican states. It's because the border is not secured. And these people feeling empowered and emboldened, especially by left-wing people. And then what? You feed the fantasy, you feed the flame of sexual immorality with the modern stuff that they're doing now. Transitioning kids, drag queen story hour, putting literal pornography in the schools throughout the libraries, and telling you're a bigot and you're transphobic if you want to get these books out of the school because they're not appropriate for children of that age. But anyway, I could talk forever. I want you to like, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. See you next one.